Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. We just got yesterday. We got kicked out of Shuichi's house. That felt good, right? Right, on the right path. Most of the time, there's always a really nice breeze up here. Today, though, even the air feels like it has grown stagnant. I've been sitting here for probably a few hours already. I didn't even feel like showing up to class today, and yet here I am. Anki basically forced me out the door, grumbling about how I could be such a useless older brother sometimes. I, of course, didn't tell him anything about what happened last Friday. It's not like any good can come of it. He'd probably just get really worried about the whole situation. Shuichi hasn't talked to me at all since I left his house, which is uncommon for him. At first, I was fine with that because I was really mad at him. But now I just feel sad. I couldn't bring myself to sit there hours of classes, so instead I came up to the roof and decided to ditch. Going outside would be too risky since I might end up getting picked up for truancy, and and that would be hard to explain. I think it should be probably be around lunch break by now. I'm not quite sure. I've spent most of my time up here, either staring at the clouds, sleeping, or playing games on my portable. I fish my phone out of my pocket and am welcomed by a text from Saya. I don't really feel like talking, so I decide to just shut it down and toss it into my bag. No way it's going to distract me now. If I'm lucky, they'll think I didn't show up at all today, and no one will come looking for me up here. It's not exactly a secret that I like coming up to the roof, so if they know I'm at school and they want to talk to me, they'd likely come up here real quick. Being predictable really sucks. I wouldn't know. And also, feeling like this also sucks. Why do I have to get all wimpy and sad all of a sudden? I shouldn't even care. I wish I could go back to just not caring. Things were much easier when I was able to. Well, I was just apathetic to everything around me. Stupid Shuichi. Crap, someone's coming up here after all. In the position I'm in, I can't really get up and try to hide in time, so instead... There you are! The only one that appears in my line of sight is a surprisingly tall childhood friend of mine. Site is this surprisingly... Okay. Figured you'd find me. You're not exactly the master of hiding. You're pretty predictable most of the time. I was hoping people would just think I didn't come to class today and wouldn't find me. People saw you walking through the gate, you know. Oh, right. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Have you talked to Shuichi about it? Why are you asking me that? Come on, it doesn't take much to, know something's wrong. You didn't show up for class. Shuichi is, walking around looking like a zombie. It isn't difficult to, put two and two together. This is what I get for telling you about us, isn't it? Oh, please. Like it wasn't obvious even without that. I've known you two were dating already. I was just being nice and, in waiting for you guys to tell me yourselves. And when you didn't, I decided to ask directly to see if you'd come clean about it. You really are nosy, aren't you? A little bit late on the lecture. I shake my head, clutching my face in the palm of my hands and groaning into them. So, what seems to be the problem anyway? Please tell me you didn't fall back into your old MO already. What? No, of course I didn't. Then you two are still together? I don't know. Maybe. What? No. You have to know. You can't not know. She did come all the way here because she was worried about me and because she wanted gossip. Saya-chan, I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about this. Can you just leave me alone? Boo, not you two. Two? I tried asking Shuichi-kun about it first, but he just brushed me off and asked me to leave it alone. So she really did just come here to gossip. What's that look on your face? It's true. That's just what my face looks like. Oh, it's nothing. It's just what my face looks like. Okay, I'm sorry for meddling. Please stop glaring at me like that. Sheesh. I don't think she's sorry at all, but this is just too bothersome to keep up. Can you just leave me be for now, please? I don't know. You really look upset, and I don't like the idea of leaving a friend alone when he's upset. You left Shuichi alone? That's different. He physically pushed me out of the classroom. I can do the same. Nice try. You're not Shuichi. I'll, crack one of your nuts before you can even, get the chance. That's unfair. Life isn't about fairness, Cotton. Cotton? Yeah, I saw someone call a guy that in a movie. Why am I friends with you? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you be? I give up. I don't have the patience to deal with, her free-spirited ways. Not right now, at least. You going somewhere? I get up from my floor, dusting the back of my pants clear and heading for the door. To class. No, lunch break is probably gonna end soon anyway. Really? I thought you were going to ditch all day. So I did. So did I. Without even looking at her, back at her, I speak while my hands clutch the doorknob. I feel a tiny bit better. Thanks, Saya-chan. A few hours later, before I even noticed it, the bell rang. That looks a little loud, especially since I know how the soundtrack of this game can be. I quickly take a look at the notes I've made, somewhat surprised at just how complete they are. I thought coming to class would just be all around terrible, but instead I felt super focused for some reason. Besides, the mood around here is so much better after the end of midterms that I couldn't help but feel a little bit better myself in just being around the cheerful atmosphere. I suppose I owe my classmates one, even if they have no idea why. The only exception being... June is nowhere to be seen today. Hey, do you guys know if June sent an absent note or something? I try asking the Mouse twins who sit nearby, since they always tend to get here somewhat early. No, not really. If he did, absent notes don't tend to be publicized to the students, you know. I suppose. Still, didn't hurt to ask. I wonder if everything's all right. He seems to be struggling a lot last week, especially on Friday. Maybe he's fallen ill. I had to admit that's a scary thought, but I should send him a message to check up on him. In the meantime, I'm gonna head to practice. It'll be good to move around and focus on something else for a change. It's good to distract myself when I'm in a bad mood. Besides, working out some aggression while hitting a few serves sounds amazing right now. Thanks anyway. I'm gonna head to practice now. See ya. The younger brother doesn't even bat an eye, waving me off and turning back to his brother to continue chatting. The elder brother stares at me, however, frowning and biting at the edge of his lip. Hey, are you alright? Huh? Who, me? That's a weird question to ask all of a sudden. You look a bit zonked out to me, though. Zonked out? And you're deflecting. I'm fine. That's just your imagination. If you say so. He, shoots me another suspicious look, but I don't bother to stick around. I just can't deal with someone being all worried about me right now. I'm not in a good state of mind to be, fielding questions, so instead I'll choose to flee. It might be cowardly, but I'll be damned if it doesn't work every time. Oh my god, how long's it been since tennis has been brought up? I've missed this a lot. Hopefully it's a good scene. The sounds of rushing steps and rackets hitting balls fill the air. The grunts and efforts as people practice their serves, their strokes, and all other kinds of shots. It all sounds like music to my ears. It didn't. That's fine. I didn't realize how much I missed it until today. That's a feeling that I haven't felt in such a long time. For the past few years, all I can remember is feeling content during practice, but never really looking forward to it. Matches are always a thrill, but even those had started getting dull after a while. But for some reason, I feel like the fire inside me that had been blown out so long ago was now starting to light itself back up. And it's in my best interest to see that it's kept lit. There you are. I was wondering when you were going to get out of the locker room. Sorry, I guess I got lost in thought for a bit. How are the numbers during today? Today's the first practice session we've had in the courts in a while, so I wonder how many of the members actually showed up. It's so far. A lot of our seniors are unaccounted for, and that's just considering, considering the ones that haven't officially quit the club already. Have we had many quitters? Not as much as I thought we would, but then again, it's only June. So you're saying it gives me time, to give it time? Pretty much, yeah. I'm sure we're going to have a few more. That's just how it goes with seniors. This time of year tends to be pretty difficult for most school clubs. Usually not many senior year students stick around with their clubs until the end of the year. They either leave right at the start of the school year or leave right around the second midterm period. Sure, we have a few others just that leave here and there, sprinkled around the year, but most of the time, those are the main mass quitting period. How are you feeling? You up to practice hard? I feel invigorated. Give me some balls and let me hit them as hard as I can. That's great. I'm glad to see that you so enthusiastic. I'm sure it'll help motivate our juniors too, and they do need all the motivation they can get. They do? Why? Saya's shoulders slump, and she sighs deeply, shaking her head. I really wish you'd pay a little more attention sometimes. Spare me the theatrics, and just answer my question. Sheesh, so rude. Saya! Fine, you don't have to yell. A lot of our juniors have taken the results of the last tournament pretty hard. They have? Yes, seriously, pay attention to some of the other members sometimes too. You're the vice captain, and it would help me a bunch if you could get your head out of your ass every now and then. Is this how you ask people to help you? Because I feel even less inclined to listen now. That guy you played against in the finals, he played against a lot of our members too, and not just you and Keikun. And, well, it wasn't pretty. Oh, yeah, I can imagine that. That match was real rough. I'm still very surprised that I managed to win in the end. There were lots of times during it that it really didn't seem like victory was possible. And yet, playing against someone like him really got me excited to try harder. But that's because it really was a tight match. For less experienced players who are suddenly faced with a wall that high, it's hard not to let the frustration consume you. Feelings of, I can't do this after all, or I'd suffer less if I just gave up, are bound to occur. When I think about it like that, I can't help but feel a little bad for our juniors. Are Keikun and I the only ones who came out of it feeling more motivated? Pretty much, yeah. A lot of our juniors are really inexperienced. Many of them joined the club because they found out we had high-ranked players here, and they felt inspired by us. They are only at the stage of, this is kind of fun. Tennis is just a thing they do to pass time. They're not really serious about it. So it's pretty normal for them to feel dejected after experiencing huge losses. And it wasn't just against the Akita guy. Very few of our players have managed to qualify for the next stage of the competition this year. It's one of our worst yields in a while. It is? Geez, do you know anything? Honestly, I'm starting to feel a little bit bad for being so clueless. I guess I should listen more often when Saya and Mikado-sensei talk to me. Or at me. I'm just so used to getting lectured that I just kind of tune them out by default. Probably not a good thing, but I'll still reserve judgment on that. We only had 3 guys and 4 girls qualify for regional tournament. For the regional tournament. That's 7 people in total. Last year we had 13. Oh, that really doesn't sound good. How many did we qualify for nationals last year? 3, 2 guys and 1 girl. Ouch. So you mean me, you, and Keikun? Yup. Those really are terrible numbers. Maybe I really should get more involved in these aspects of running the club. Why are we even considered a successful club anyway? I mean, I get that me and Saya are ranked really high, but just 2 players don't carry a club. I really should have made Keikun my co-captain. Then at least I'd get some more help with this stuff. Hey, that's a bit of a low blow. Good. You know, I don't need this attitude. Well, too bad. I'm in a bit of a bad mood today, so you're getting it anyway. Jeez, woman. What got into you today? You were fine earlier. You mean when you ditched me in the roof? Yes. No hesitation whatsoever. You guys are really mean to me all the time. Yeah, I don't really care for the whole playing, a victim thing. I'm just gonna go practice. What? I walk away, I walk right by Saya, leaving her behind in a stunned silence while going up to one of the courts and picking up a basket full of balls. I already know where this little dance leads, right into me getting guilted into something. It's happened a lot over the years. I'm numb to it by now. For the last few years, I get focused on practicing my serves, so much so that I start to lose track of time. Hitting the ball so as hard as I can feels really therapeutic. Granted, I don't really get many shots inside doing that, but it's a nice way of working out my stress. And, well, it might have to have the added benefit of increasing my accuracy when serving hard, super hard. Who knows? Either way, Saya doesn't really come by again to bug me. It's not like I don't consider the things she said. I probably could stand to do more around here, but I really don't have the patience to deal with the guilting. For some reason, the juniors seem to be giving me weird looks every now and again. Is there something wrong? There's a seriously scary face you've got there. After another long ears appeared around me, staring right into my face. As soon as I turn around to meet his gaze, he immediately looks away from me. Pardon? Do you and Mizuguchi-senpai get into a fight again, or something? You're both looking like you're gonna kill someone. Or, well, she looks like she's going to kill someone. No, I wouldn't call it a fight. Is that so? Are you alright? For crying out loud, not this again. Why does everyone keep asking me that? Yes, I'm fine. Do you need something? Doesn't exactly inspire confidence when you say, I'm fine. With that kind of look on your face. Get to the point. That is its own, point in and of itself, but alright. I was wondering if you wanted to play a practice match today. Sure, why not? Better than hitting the ball into nothing. Right. I'm just gonna call Coach over. He also said he wanted us to play against each other, so I'm sure he'll want to watch. Tennis practice continues as usual, even if a little tense. A few hours later. Okay. Oh man, my body's aching right now. I think I might have pulled a muscle at some point in there. I was going so hard at it all day, I didn't even stop to consider how much I was overexerting myself. Playing in a bad mood was a really bad idea. Heading into the locker room, I see a few other guys hanging around and chatting. Some of them are getting changed as well, and I quickly look away from those. There are a few volleyball team players in here, so maybe they finally finished practice on their end. I guess now that Shoichi isn't around, they don't get held back forever. Probably not going to be something they'll miss. Sitting on one of the benches is a familiar white wolf with a towel thrown on top of his head. Somehow his fur is even whiter with the towel, even whiter than the towel's fabric, and that's quite a feat. He has an intense look on his eyes, even as he looks down at the ground. I feel compelled to talk to him. Are you picking a fight with the floor or something? Who? He looks up as soon as he sees me. I notice the tiniest hint of his expression soften. It's only a little bit, but his brows seem like they relaxed a little, and even the corners of his mouth twitched for a second. It's just you. What do you want? You look pretty pissed off, and that's coming from me. What's up? What do you care? Hey, come on, man. I just worked super hard and I'm tired. Don't make me drag it out on you. There it is again, the twitch of the corner of his mouth. Almost like he is forcing himself not to smile. Practice is annoying. This whole working together thing is bullshit. And yet you haven't been kicked out of the team. Why is that? Haruki looks away from me, grumbling something that I can't quite hear. Guess it doesn't hurt to try. I'm sorry, what? Nothing. Don't you have better things to do than bother me? You'd think. Honestly, why am I talking to him? Because he's hot. This guy is the crudest person I know, and always a headache. Why on earth do I keep talking to him? I must really be a sucker for punishment. Yick? Okay, that's a really disgusting thought. I refuse. How's the team? Annoying. Boy, aren't you articulate? No, you dipshit. I meant how are they doing since Shoichi left? Oh. He, coos softly in response to my question, staring vacantly into space while his brows furrow and twitch. I can almost picture the gears going inside his head. It's an amusing thought. Oh, they're okay, I guess. Not much time to be sad when you have to work. There's still the next tournament. Wow, they're really, pragmatic. That's really pragmatic coming from you. The wolf frowns, cocking his head to the side and staring at me as if he, just heard something stupid. I'm not a girl. I said pragmatic, not pregnant, you dumbass. The hell does that mean? Is it some kind of foreign language? It's Japanese. It means being practical. Oh, why didn't you say so? Oh god, this guy might be more of an idiot than I initially thought. No wonder he's a delinquent. Either way, I guess I'm glad in a way that things are still going smoothly. Well, sort of. This team is really crappy without the dog around. He speaks loudly enough that some of his teammates hanging around the locker room turn to shoot him angry looks. He completely shrugs them off, not even registering their presence. I feel like such a dweeb saying this, but the dog was really good. He's the only one that can bring out this team's full potential. Damn, that's really nice of you. Yeah, whatever. There's no denying it. This guy has definitely softened up tremendously. It would probably make me a little bit happier to hear if I wasn't so conflicted right now. The more I hear about it, the less I want Shoichi to give up volleyball. He should be in here practicing with the team. It's bullshit that he's not allowed to just because of Takahika-san. I'm remembering things that I'd rather forget about. I had thought of maybe giving Shoichi some more space, but I don't think I can do that. I need to talk to him and sort things out. I feel like if I stay away much longer, I won't be able to talk to him again. If you'll excuse me, I need to go now. Shiruki shrugs, grabbing his towel from his head and stuffing it back into his bag. Not my problem. I'm gonna go shower. Don't even think of trying to sneak a peek. Oh, very funny. I wish I could tell him not to say that sort of thing in public, but if I act like I'm bothered by it, then it'll just sound defensive. Sometimes I really hate this guy. Okay, I'll end the part here. I'll see you around, everyone.